Well, the government of Palm Springs, California, out in the desert, is plotting a war on racist trees. Since the 1960s, a row of tamarisk trees has separated Tahquitz Creek Golf Course from a historically black neighborhood. Now, locals say the trees were planted with racist intent, and the city plans to clear-cut them as a result, as punishment. The cost? $169,000. Trey Daniel is a Palm Springs resident who supports cutting down the racist trees, and he joins us tonight. Mr. Daniel, thanks a lot for coming on.
Good evening. Thank you very much for having me.
I want to put up on the screen, at first I thought, wow, this is a crazy story, but then I thought, we've learned a lot about what's racist in 2017. Here are some of the things we've learned this year are racist, okay? Ice cream trucks, car insurance, The Little Mermaid, Dr. Seuss, milk, math, science, the Bible, grammar, the iPhone X, emojis, jingle bells, babies, solar eclipse, the anti-racist book To Kill a Mockingbird is racist, and of course Apu from The Simpsons. Now trees in Palm Springs are racist. Can you tell us how you reach this conclusion? What racist sentiments have they expressed to you? How can you prove these trees are racist?
These trees, Tucker, are not racist. You're the one that said they're racist. A tree is neutral. It's benign. And it's not the tree. It is the individuals and their intent when that particular type of tree was planted in that particular location back in 1958, 59, 60, 61.
Right.
You see, that neighborhood on the 14th and 15th fairway is the original African-American neighborhood of Palm Springs.
Right.
Now, as late as 1950, the National Board of Realtors had in their code of ethics, and I'm paraphrasing, that no realtor should be instrumental in introducing into a neighborhood any race or nationality that will cause property values to deteriorate.
Well, I'm aware of that. We had a lot of a lot of awful things were in those codes. I know
that's right. And yes, they were. And you see that golf course, that black housing development in 1960 is right on the 14th and 15th fairway. You build golf courses for one purpose, and that's to sell homes. You cannot sell homes to white people or anyone else.
But hold on.
A golf course in 1960.
Hold on. No, but you also build golf courses to play golf. But I'm wondering, so I have no doubt, I mean, though you haven't proved it, but I'm willing to believe you that there was racist intent in planting these trees and in a lot of things going on in this country 55 years ago. But why are we punishing the trees for that? You just conceded.
We're not punishing
that
trees.
They're not. Well, we're killing them.
Because the African American, the black families whose properties are adjacent to those trees, and if you've done any research on the tree, you'll know that's one of the nastiest trees around, and it's also been declared an environmental disaster by the federal government.
What?
They grow to be
because it's a wait, no, slow down. Now, well, hold on. Now, hold on. Because that tree is a foreign tree, you're calling it nasty? Okay,
absolutely.
I guess the California I grew up in was a little bit more welcoming to foreigners. Just because the tree is not from California doesn't mean you have to kill it and call it names like racist.
And why is the federal? We're not going to talk about it. We're going to talk about that tree, in the way it is not maintained, has depressed and deprived black families whose properties are contiguous to and adjacent to the 14th and 15th fairway for 65 years from enjoying, and their property taxpayers, from enjoying the same economic benefits of being on a golf course, the same aesthetic benefits, and the same social benefits.
Has it protected those houses from golf balls at all? I mean, there's always an upside to these things.
People don't go out and say, we're doing this for a racist reason. They go out and say, we're going to give you landscaping. In fact, we're going to landscape you right out of existence. And oh, by the way, these trees are going to protect you from golf balls. And oh, by the way,
well, but there's some truth in that, isn't there?
We could have
hold on, look, I don't want it. The people who made these decisions,
but they didn't.
Right, I got it.
I got this tree on this section of the golf course.
Okay, don't attack the trees again. I found that offensive just because they're not from California. But let me just ask a final question. The people who made these decisions are long dead in almost every case. And yet you're still hell-bent on killing these trees, who, by your own admission, committed no sin, did nothing wrong. Does that seem a little unfair? Shouldn't we punish the guilty and not the innocent?
I really take exception to what you just said. This has nothing to do with the trees. It has to do with black families and their...
Oh, they're just getting killed in it, but it's nothing to do with them. They're just kind of in the way. You know, if you were a tree, you might feel a little differently. And maybe you meditate on that
are you a tree?
Tonight. I'm not.
Species of
but
tree
at
are
least
you?
I'm big enough to think about their perspective in this, and you're
and you're
killing
not concerned
them.
about the black people and their property value.
No, and I'm not saying I'm
You
not
would rather
concerned.
save a tree. You would rather save a tree than help a black family.
I'm not saying that at all. I'm merely saying, why punish the innocent?
Why would you not help these black families improve their property values?
Well, I would love to have them on and talk about it. But I'm just not convinced. Hold on, slow down. I'm just not convinced that trees need to die to make you feel better. That's it. But look, just think about that and come back. We can continue this conversation. I wish we had more time. Trey, thank you. Wow, that was intense. President Trump's